Hello viewers of BOJF. Today we are going to talk with one of the renowned personalities of Bangladesh. He is none other than Mr. Dr. Abu Daud Hassan, Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Social Science and Chairman, Department of English, Asa University, Bangladesh. So, sir, first of all, can you tell us a bit about your personal and professional background, sir?
My personal background is that I had my education at Rajshahi. Rajshahi is my hometown, and after completion of my BA Honours and Masters in English Literature, I entered into the teaching profession. While teaching at Rajshahi University, I went to Delhi University for studying linguistics, because linguistics was not taught in those days in any university in Bangladesh. Naturally, I completed my degree and came back, and then I decided to undertake my PhD in field research in ELT, English Language Teaching, and I did it at another university of the central government of India, that was Banaras Hindu University, and I completed my PhD much later in the year 1994. So from then on, actually, I'm teaching ELT at Rajshahi University and now at Asa University.
So, sir, can you tell us a bit about the Asa University English department and why students should choose Asa University for higher education?
Well, I came here as a professor, but later on the authorities of Asa University wanted me to use my experience here at Asa University. Since I had been a dean of the Faculty of Arts at Asa University, they wanted to use my experience over there at this university, and they made me first the chairman of the department and later the dean of the Faculty of Arts and Social Science. Asa University, I'd say, people should choose it because of its environment and also the low fee that it charges from the students. This university is meant for mainly for middle class and lower middle class students. They generally come to this university, and most of the students come from, well, Savar area and from the North Bengal.
So, sir, nowadays computer and internet have become very important skill. So, and it has become an important discipline. So, what does your department, what kind of program your department offer to improve the computer and internet skills of the students?
We have got a course on computer fundamentals at honors level in the program of the honors, and there students actually learn how to operate computer and internet. So I think that is for the time being that is enough, but later on we wish to introduce another course on computer operation.
So, sir, you have been a teacher for 39 years, it's a long time. So, what has been the most important achievement in your life as a teacher?
My achievement is creating competent students. If you go to the secretariat nowadays, you will find a lot of students there of mine, and that is why I generally avoid going to the secretariat, because they may feel embarrassed finding their teacher after so many years among them. And most of my students still remember me. That is a great satisfaction for me, and they often come to see me here in my office.
So nowadays many students want to become teachers. So those who want to come to teaching profession, what would be your advice to them?
My advice would be to avoid teaching if possible. You have a question why. because teaching is not so attractive a job nowadays. It should be taken only as a mission, because well, there is no money in this profession unless you engage yourself in, well, institutions like coaching center or something like that. But at the university, there are some good universities. There they can engage themselves as teachers. That would be when they take it for granted that they can't expect to have much money in this profession. And the most unfortunate thing is that at the university level, politics has entered this profession as well. That is the most unfortunate thing. And that is why teachers are quite disappointed. Actually, dedicated teachers are quite disappointed.
So, sir, you have been a teacher. I mean, you worked at Asa University. It's a government university. You worked there for a long time, and now you have come to a private university, Asa University of Bangladesh. So, what, according to you, are the advantages? And now there are many private universities in Bangladesh. So, what, according to you, are the advantages and disadvantages of
The
private
most
university?
important advantage of a private university is that they are run a semester system totally. And that is why there are generally, in most of the universities, there are 3 semesters a year. That is why the students have to keep engaged in academic activities all the year round. They don't find much time to do politics, to engage themselves in politics. Except, of course, some co-curricular activities. They can't go out to do anything beyond their academic program. That is the most merit of private universities, most important advantage of a private university.
And what about the disadvantages? Is there any disadvantages?
Disadvantages are there. Most of these universities don't have much facilities for recreation. If the students want to have some recreation in between different 2 classes, they can't have it. And in most of the universities, the cafeteria is not so developed. That is another problem. If they want to have the lunch here at the university, they won't have much good food here. There lies the problem. But we are trying our best to improve our cafeteria so that students can easily have cheap meals for lunch at the cafeteria.
So, sir, English, you said English language, you specialized in English language teaching, ELT, which is, so in Bangladesh, in schools and colleges, English is taught as a compulsory subject. But unfortunately, there are no clear language policy about the role of English language in Bangladesh. So, what is your thought about this?
Not only about the role of English in Bangladesh, actually in our schools, although we teach the students for 12 years, actually they are taught in a culturally different context. That is the problem. And again, that also is done by teachers who themselves don't have proficiency in the language and don't have any training in teaching English as a foreign language. There lies the problem. English is not being taught properly, and that is why a large number of students get plucked every year in SSC and HSC level.
So, sir, nowadays there are many English medium schools also in our country, and people think that studying English medium schools, student will become good in English. So, what is your opinion in this regard?
Not all these English medium schools are good schools, because although they are known as English medium schools, they use Bangla as well, and the teachers that teach them are not very proficient in English. Some of the teachers at least are not very proficient in English. But still, since lack of teachers is there always in our country, they carry it on with incompetent teachers. And that is why not all students reading at these schools learn English properly or acquire English properly.
So, sir, in Bangla medium schools, majority of the students, there is many students are afraid of English language, and every year if you look at the HSC and SSC results, a large number of students also fail in English language. So what do you think are the major problems for English language?
I think I have already mentioned it. Actually, they are not properly taught, and that is why they don't find interest. They get afraid of English because they don't understand. They could be taught effectively if the competent teachers could be there. There lies the problem.
So, sir, in the end, what would be your suggestions to the students who would like to study English in higher education?
At the university level,
Yes.
yes. They will have to be very up and doing. They must expose themselves to English as much as possible. There is no shortcut to acquiring English in a culturally different context. Because English nowadays is not a second language in our country anymore. It is a foreign language. Well, there are other foreign languages, Russian, German, French. It's not like that. True, there is a long tradition of teaching and learning English in our country. So it can at best be attributed as the first foreign language in our country, in our situation. But it is a foreign language nowadays. It is not used in any area of the national life. There lies the problem. And that is why the students have got to be very up and doing, I told you, and to acquire English properly and to propagate it as well.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for the time, sir.
Thank you.
So, readers of BSBD News, here we are concluding our interview session with Dr. Abu Daud Hassan. In future, we are going to bring more interview with you with renowned personalities of Bangladesh. For now, we are signing off. Thank you, and keep logging to bsbdnews.com. Thank you.